Hello and welcome to the Elm Park Rolls Watchalong for our game against Blackburn Rovers. An absolutely huge match, and we're in fifth spot while the teams around us are winning matches. But to help me talk through tonight's match, I've been joined by Matt Lansley. Hi, Matt.
Evening, Paul. Evening, Alex.
Evening.
Joined by Alex as well. How you doing, Alex?
Good to be here. Good to make my first appearance on the Watchalong debut.
Indeed. Hopefully you bring a win. Yeah, Cardiff already winning 1-0 from Alistair. So it's going to be a huge one. We've seen a big change in the lineup tonight, and we've got George Puskas' biggest fan here, I think, in the world, which is Matt Lansley. So, Matt, are you pleased to see him back?
I am, but I've not got the Puskas shirt on. I'm a bit. I've not come prepared at all. Like, yeah, no.
I need to go and get that on in a minute.
Yeah, is it? It is in there. Yeah, it might have to come on.
Wait for the goal.
Yeah,
wait for the goal.
game.
Right.
Wait for the goal, indeed. The obligatory.
So, Paul, Alistair thinks
1-0.
Yeah, Alistair thinks 1-0. Oh, sorry. No, you're looking at Cardiff's result. I'm thinking he's talking about Reading. He's not, of course. My thoughts tonight. Yeah, big game, obviously. Blackburn is their high-scoring team. They've struggled though in recent weeks, haven't they? I think they've picked up 1 point in 6 games, and yeah, as Paul says, Eric's got a 100% record, and I'm feeling the pressure a little bit, just a teeny bit, but I think we're going to get a win tonight. I think 2-0 Reading. I think new change in formation, Puskas being back in the lineup, hopefully just gives us a little bit of kind of like a little bit more creativity.
Yeah, get your score predictions in. We got some 3-0. We got a 2-1 as well. Hopefully we can see another win tonight. It's going to be a massive opening 20 minutes, isn't it? Because if we get the first goal, Matt, I always fancy us to win. If we concede first, it's going to be a long old night.
Yeah, and it's something we've seen quite a few times this season, isn't it? You concede and you almost think back to where we were a few years ago. We can't come back. But yeah, if I mean, first goal is always huge. It's always cliche to say it, but it is true. But yeah, I think it's going to be exciting, like Alex says, to see how we place it. I don't think we're going to change formation. I think we'll play the same sort of 4-2-3-1 formation we have done. Puskas up top, Zhao just behind him in a number 10 role, and you could almost say he's going to be a second striker next to him, going to be pushing up. But yeah, I'm optimistic. Blackburn haven't been brilliant of late, but I mean, it's the Championship, anything can happen.
Midweek match though at the Medeski, Alex, always has me worried. I mean, we have won a couple of games in the league this season midweek, but it's not been a great record, and we've lost our last 3 home matches on the trot.
Yeah, we've got a terrible midweek record, don't we? It's going back years. I think we'd won like 2 games before this season. I think it was 2 games in 3 seasons in midweek, and yeah, can't say that I'm missing being at the Medeski for many midweek games, given how bad our record's been in the last couple of years. And if it does go badly for the first half, Alistair, yeah, we'll sub Eric in for the second half.
This is a good point here, though, I think, from Paul about having a penalty taker on the pitch tonight. Surely, if we get a penalty, Matt, Puskas has got to step up and take it.
Has to be. You know, we've said it in the past how well, when you look at his technique on a penalty, he's pretty much the best technique of a penalty player we've seen probably for quite some time at Reading. You know, it's going to be pretty much of a no-brainer. I think it's got to be, you're going to have to be a brave man to either not put him on penalties, put Zhao on it over him. Yeah, it'll have to be. And I'll feel confident with him there.
I really hope you're not going to be livid, Martin. I want to see a win. If score 3, I'm not sure we're going to get 3, but the players are coming out with Daisy Morrison running around like a madman. You'd never know. Was he 32? He looks like almost the fittest player there, doesn't he? It's quite insane. The man is on fire.
Rejuvenated of last week, though, hasn't it? He's been so good.
Michael, it's on Sky Sports main event tonight. If you need to get your TV on.
Yeah. So Lucas Zhao, he's playing obviously one of his former teams tonight, Blackburn. He's got a week of that now, hasn't he? He's got Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday. I'm hoping it is going to be the return of the X, which you mentioned on the podcast. What is your score prediction, Alex, tonight then?
2-0. just seeing the team line up, I'm going to go with, Zhao. They've got Puskás playing on the right wing by the looks of it. I'm going to go Zhao to get 1. And I'm going to go for Semedo to get the 2nd.
What are you going to say, Matt?
3-1. Going big. I think I'm liking Puskás for a goal tonight. I have a weird feeling Semedo is going to pop up and score again. Semedo and Ajaria, he's due a goal, isn't he? So I'm going to go for those 3 and 3-1.
I'm going to let my heart rule my head here, and I'm going to go for a Reading win. Obviously, this is a Reading channel, so I'm always going to go for that. I'm going to say 2-1 and a horrible last few minutes when we needlessly let a goal in with about 5 minutes to go. And it just put us through torture. I mean, that was bad enough, the one on Saturday watching that, Alex, wasn't it? It was horrible.
It was,
those last few minutes.
Grim last 5 minutes. Just awful watching. I must have had about 2 heart attacks. It's good to see. Yeah, it's good to see Puskás back. First start since 7th of November. It feels like it's been like longer than that even. I mean, how many games has he even played this season? 2, 3 starts maybe? Can't have been many.
Not many. Yeah, it's not many at all. But I mean, it's virtually 4 months, isn't that? That's a long time. So will he be up to speed? We can hope so. But yeah, time will tell.
So teams look like they're just about lining up for kickoff now. Referee, I don't know who the referee is tonight. Anybody with any idea? I know sometimes
not Jeff Eltringham.
Not Eltringham, is it?
Just hope he's from Tyler.
I'll take it. Yeah, looks like Blackburn are taking the kickoff. So, just taking the knee now.
Oh, bit nervous here.
Yeah, a little bit. Harvey Elliott gets us underway. And we are, hopefully,
off and running.
Hopefully at some point, off and running. Yeah, off and running. And it's a long ball straight up to the left wing from Blackburn. How important, Matt, is it to get a fast start, do you reckon, tonight? Again, similar to Saturday, you'd hope.
I think it's crucial. I think too many games this year we've been slow out the blocks. We've been lethargic. You always say it in games, but I mean, with the team the way it is, the way that we do seem to hold on to victories. We hold on to leads. It's just even that natural thing you got inside you. It's even more in a team like this. But it looked like Zhao and Puskás went straight up to a 2 up top. So waiting for it to pan back to them to see if it is. It almost looks a bit. Dare I say it? Paul, you were saying before about Semedo dropping into the back 3. Lauren is almost dropping into a back 3 here.
Well,
interestingly,
you never know what Panovich is going to do. So nothing surprises me with the random moves that he's made. We are 5th in the league, though, so it's fair to say it is working pretty much okay. So at the moment, I'm 1 minute 21 in. So are we all synced up roughly?
Roughly. I'm a couple of seconds ahead.
Yeah, roughly.
That's fine.
I've just hit the 140 mark now. So it's a lovely little turn.
Oh, lovely turn there from Puskás. That is what we want to see, yeah.
That's
wins a throw.
Zhao-esque. He's been taking notes.
It's good to see a little bit of speed on Puskás as well there.
Yeah.
Totally. Pitch looks good, Paul. It's the best it's looked for years on a midweek match in March, don't you think?
No London Irish. That's what happens when you don't have the rugby.
They've got the women playing there as well, though, haven't they? The women's football to ridden women. So, but I don't know if they played there for a while. I'm not sure, to be honest. But
that's the first season.
It's been an international break, I think.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Really,
first real touch of the ball we've had here, in all honesty.
But Blackburn haven't really done anything with it, though, have they?
Oh, no.
Lovely ball from the league.
Oh, here's a lovely touch.
Go on, Puskás. Oh! Very, very close from Puskás. That's a wonderful ball in from.
That's a good stop, isn't it? Good stop from Kamiński.
Very
That's
good.
a cracking header as well.
That's fantastic.
I don't think Puskás could do much more there, could he?
Not really, no. He gets a lot of power on that. That's a very good save. and that's what we've been crying out for, isn't it? Someone, well, Zhao's done it, but we always talk about Puskas' movement. His movement there in between the two defenders is fantastic.
That's what you've been crying out for Puskás for a while, though, isn't it? Like, get in there and get yourself in the box and get on the end of it.
He's hungry though, doesn't he? That first touch and then that header is
Here we go then. Here comes in the corner from Elise. Oh, he managed to trip over himself.
Oh dear.
That was outrageous.
Dummies it to himself.
I mean, if we score from that, that's the best trick move ever. Here we go. Here comes the corner in from Elise. Not terrible.
Decent ball.
Yeah. Well defended. So we've definitely had the best chance, and I don't think Puskas done it. I don't think he did anything wrong, to be honest. A powerful header on target.
Made a lovely play there, though. Keeping the ball.
That's good hold
on with his silky feet.
Yeah. Go on, Ovi.
Just loses it.
Go on, Ovi. Oh. One thing
I did notice. Can you tell me when you're to 4 minutes, just so I can sync up? Because I'm pausing my Skybox.
I've just seen 4 minutes now. I'm at 4-4.
Yeah, perfect. We're there.
There we go.
Yeah, one thing I did notice about the lineup today is that Aziz has made the bench. I think that's the first time for a little while. Got more young back on the bench again.
I think I've heard of that guy.
I think I want to say he's a midfielder, but honestly, haven't seen him play, so can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there's definitely more youngsters on the bench again.
Blackburn coming forward here, though, quite essentially. This is a bit of a worry. I don't like it.
That's very Tomato and Morrison work well. Puskas picking it up again. He's playing out wide. That's a foul, yeah.
Done okay. He started really well, Puskas. Yeah.
It does seem like Puskas is playing out wide, but drifting in. He's almost playing that kind of Mate role, isn't he, so far?
Yeah.
And we almost saw a very similar goal that Mate would score from that header. Just drifting across. I haven't seen much of Lucas Giles so far, but that's fine. If the rest of the team's playing okay.
If he pops up, scores the winner, no one will care.
Not bothered. It's still very early. We're only just over 5 minutes into the game, so there's a hell of a long way to go yet.
I'm still trying to work out the exact formation, though.
I don't think the formation has changed particularly. Just looks like 4-2-3-1 with Puskas kind of drifting.
Yeah, no, I think I'd agree with that. I think so far. So I thought Puskas would almost play the number 9, but it seems he's coming a lot deeper, and Zhao's going. That's not a foul. That's not a foul.
No, Elisa's let that run out for a throw into Blackburn, right into their corner of the pitch. I've got to say, I'm a big fan of the Puskas hair. That is a lovely haircut. That sharp line. He's got it.
That is not a haircut that you're getting at home, is it?
No, it is not, is it? No, definitely not. I mean, we don't know. Maybe his girlfriend, wife is a very trained hairdresser. We don't know.
Never know. Never know.
I suspect that you're right there, Alex. I think you probably are. Yeah.
Oh, it's a looping ball over the top, drifts away from them though, so need to be careful though. Yeah.
Oh, that's not a good touch by
This hasn't started that well, has he? He's been a bit lax, hasn't he?
He's lost a couple of balls so far, but nice closing from Zhao. I don't know. Actually, it's weird. We almost seem to be going into almost like a 4-4-2 on defense. It's really.
I think the 4-4-2 on when we haven't got the ball is probably to put a bit of pressure on their back line as well, more than anything.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you've kind of got Zhao there just to chase around maybe 4 or even 5 defenders, and it's just gonna. We've seen Zhao when he's not. When he's not in the game, he's just going to become disinterested pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because you would have thought you'd want to get Puskas closer to. It's just drifted through. Is that goal kick? Surely. Yeah, goal kick. You would have thought you'd want to keep Puskas closer to Zhao. I would have thought if you want to start working Zhao into the game more, you need to get Puskas close to him. But I mean, Puskas has done very well in that drifting role so far, almost out wide. He's been getting on the ball, so it'll be interesting to see how that develops and when Zhao inevitably gets into the game and obviously gets onto the ball, how that partnership starts going. So, but quite positive, I think, so far.
It's okay so far. I think Paul is right with the hairdressers. So it's quite convenient, isn't it? But let us know your thoughts about the match so far and comments about how you think we started. Do you like the formation? Puska's playing well so far. Rest of the team defensively, we look okay, but it is ridiculously early. Blackburn haven't really got going at all. But
and one
it
thing
is a
I am
bit of a-
disappointed with tonight is that's a nice ball to push gas. One thing I am disappointed with is this seems to be the first time we've been on Sky Sports Reading for about a month now.
It is poor. It is poor, but
Feels
we've
like
got to
they've
let
forgotten about us a
other
little bit.
teams come on, Alex, haven't we? Just to enjoy the limelight for a bit, and then we say, no, this is our gaff, and we will rule it. Yeah,
That's good of us, isn't it?
it's very generous. It's
Interesting
absolutely.
That was an interesting little pass there from Zhao. He flicked it up almost for no reason, almost put it on Puskas' head. It was very weird.
I think if Zhao just got to that ball there's a great chance to flick it to Puskas. The defender just got there before him. Be interesting to see how they link up together, though. Will they actually go? Oh, that's nicely caught out by Jared. Terrible
interception.
That, then.
Oh, you come on, do something with it there.
Okay.
That's not so good.
Not great. Not great.
That was a wasted opportunity. Yeah, it does, Jack. It does look a little bit like a fourth. It looks like two up top when we haven't got the ball, and then Puskás is kind of drifting back, and he's definitely playing that wide right role as well as kind of drifting up top. It's interesting to see Puskás playing that role. I didn't expect to see him being the one to kind of be pushed there. No. But I guess, are you going to change Zhao from being the kind of the striker up top when he's in, such, well, maybe not currently, but at least this season he's been in really good form up top. I
think it's almost like a damned if you do, damned if you don't, wherever you put Zhao kind of thing, because you're going to have to hinder someone else. Like in Puskás, he's going to want to be, both of them want to be a number 9. Like the only case I guess you could make for Zhao is that he played it 4 kind of thing at Sheffield Wednesday, but yeah,
we've got to get into him a little bit. Blackburn just starting to get a little bit more into the game.
On the ball
Nothing
a bit more
yet, but that could change in a moment as they're in our penalty area.
But might have been offside there, but it wasn't. Brereton.
Morrison's probably, I don't know, I've seen him play for Birmingham, but he must be having one of the best seasons of his life. And to say that as he gives the ball.
That's all good.
Let's
get out there.
I mean, that was classic, wasn't it?
That was. I mean, it was a very nice move from Blackburn. That was lovely football from Blackburn.
Good block by Richards, but yeah, terrible clearance by Morrison for that.
I killed him. I really shouldn't say those things.
No,
that would have passed that wide as well.
16, Elliot. He's taking the corner.
Yeah. The game at Ewood Park was really open as well, though, wasn't it?
What was it? 2-0? Wasn't that 2-0 after 15 minutes or so? We scored very early in that game.
Yeah, Mate scored after 25 seconds or something. It was really quick. I can't even. It might have even been quicker than that.
It was 3-1 after about 20, wasn't it, to us? Because we went up. I'm sure it was about 3-1 after 20 minutes. It's a bonkers start to the game.
Yeah, I think Mate was ridiculously quick because I think they compare it to the Kebe goal. So that was to be like.
I want to say it was 13 seconds, the goal.
I'm going to say 9. I thought it was 9 seconds because I thought it was very, very close to the Kebe one.
I think Matt might be right. I think it was really quick.
2-0 Cardiff now. And
that's not ideal.
Not ideal in terms of results for us there. Cardiff they're up to 6th now, Cardiff as well, if they win tonight. Go above
Bournemouth playing tomorrow, aren't they?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really weird seeing Josh Lyon that deep.
Well, he played very deep at the end of the game against who did we lose at home to recently? Not
we've had a few. Millwall,
Middlesbrough. Yeah. I can't remember. It was Borough. I think it was Borough. Yeah, and he played very deep at the end of the game there. And he just kind of punted it forwards. Apparently 9.55 seconds, mate. That's a nice block by Morrison.
Blackburn are getting a little bit too
much. One thing that does worry me about Morrison slightly is just how deep we drop. We're only 12 minutes into the game, and you see Morrison defending kind of like the penalty spot, He goes very deep to defend. He doesn't come out to the ball particularly. It seems like he doesn't want to get caught out from a ball in behind.
Yeah, Zhao's frustrated me a bit so far. 3 times now he's had a chance to hold the ball up or play it off to another player, and he just hasn't got it right at all. And he's dispossessed too easily, which is not the Zhao that I was seeing 6 weeks ago or so.
It's just all a yard away from the person he's seemingly trying to get. And a lot of it is actually he's trying to link it to Elise a lot of the time. I think that's almost why we might have been thinking Elise had been a bit sloppy earlier on, because there's been a few balls that have just been a yard away from him that's tried to be played to him from Zhao, and it's just not clicking yet. Not quite clicking with those two.
We still had the best chance though. From See, that's
Zhao can turn a game card like that. It's very good.
Again there, isn't it?
Throw to them, yeah.
Lovely turn by Lucas Zhao there, though.
Given away really easily by Elise. It's just a little bit tighter on the control there. I think we're going to get opportunities. I think both teams.
It's been very open so far, hasn't it? So, but I guess it's what we can expect, really. You know, having watched the first game, knowing the team Blackburn are. And what is the run they've been on of late? They haven't been doing that well, have they?
1 point in the last 6, isn't it, or something crazy like that? Yeah. They're in a terrible run of form.
Geez, yeah. Wow.
Drew against Coventry at the weekend, 1-1, but they lost their last 5 before that.
Coventry was down to
well played. That is brilliant. Hold up.
It's good strength from Pushkas there.
Very good. Oh, Zhao, it's just
not quite working for Zhao, is it? Those passes that were looking so easy a few weeks ago.
Blackburn now breaking with Armstrong as well down the left.
And it's breaking down.
Lovely pass into Elliott on the edge of the box. Back out to Armstrong. Don't know what that pass was. I don't know if that was intentional.
No, that was the pass that I liked.
Yeah, no, that's completely killed their attack, which is they've still got it about a third into our half, but it has a weird pass there. I don't know if it was sliced, but no,
it was.
It could be cast now as well.
Whoa!
Oh, he's had a shot from the half. Oh, that was actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to
be. Lands on the top of the goal net.
That would have been one of the best Reading FC goals ever. Would you say that? Is he inside his own half? Just
about, yeah.
Oh, it's just over,
right
but yeah. The goalie is absolutely crapping it there, isn't it? It's quite a bit over in the end, but it's a good effort. Yeah.
It was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be halfway into the half, to be fair. I thought it was going miles over, but he's looking up for it, Puskás. He really is looking up.
He started sharp. Yeah. No, he has started. If you choose between him and Lucas Zhao so far, who's looked the sharpest? It's definitely Puskás, isn't it?
I do think, though, it's like, I mean, you're always going to have positives and negatives with competition, but I think, you know, Puskás, maybe he didn't quite think he had that competition last year with how injury hit Zhao was, but it's like now he's really got to fight for his place within the team. It's what competition can do for you, isn't it? So upping a game like that's lovely from Moore, at least to Semedo to Yiadom out wide as we bring it down on the right. But yeah, no, he looks so fired up for it.
Ooh, that is not a good tackle there by Reading. Not good at all.
Yellow.
Yeah, that was a definite yellow. 100%.
Just slightly loose there from Semedo, slightly loses it and just dives in. It's probably as stereotypical yellow card as you'll see all the time. Doesn't matter how much you try and walk away from that Semedo.
Definitely yellow.
Isaac makes a good point. It's a lovely time to play Blackburn, but it's one of those banana skin games, really. I think tonight, if you don't win, you're really panicking if you don't beat a team who's not on form like Blackburn. And Sheffield Wednesday are the same at the weekend coming up as well. They're on terrible form.
If a Blackburn player makes that tackle on us, are we saying that could be a red?
I don't think so.
It's a loose tackle. It's a definite yellow. There's no doubting about that.
Absolutely certain yellow.
He's on the floor. He's not lunged in, feet off the ground. It's not studs up. You know, he catches the foot.
We are starting to
Puskas doing well as well.
Much more players are now starting to come into it again now. Just need to see a little bit more of Ovi.
It's 3-0 Cardiff. Thank you, Paul. That's just terrible, terrible news.
Oh, Semedo.
Yeah, 3-0 Cardiff was not good. No.
That was nice footwork there from Semedo.
He
does have that in his locker every so often, doesn't he?
We saw it in
not
the
greatest
game,
shot. The goalie has
game.
to make a save, so it's okay. I'd rather see the players having a shot there than just passing it off and nothing actually happening. It's far better to see that. It just worries me, Semedo, because he's in that position when he's going to have to make tackles.
That was nicely done by Semedo there, though.
He's playing well. In the last few weeks, he's been one of the better players. Yeah. It's almost like you're playing him in his correct position. He looks better.
Bakuna scoring twice. Jesus.
Wow. Did he even score twice for Reading overall?
I reckon he might have. I reckon there was a game maybe against Bristol City when he scored and we won 3-2.
I can only remember one goal, and that was his game at West Brom away when we went 1-0 up through him and then lost.
That was it.
Was it? No, 4-1.
Yeah,
what a day that game.
You really should have left at that moment.
I think that was the first game when there was proper goal out chance.
Oh, there was. It was about 78 minutes. It like the stand just turned, and it was just goal out. It was all the chance were just. It was one of the more toxic away days, I think. With
Oh yeah, he did score at Preston as well. I mean, yeah, Bakuna. So Morrison with basically a long punt forward to Puskas. Puskas is brilliant.
Well again, very well.
He's playing really well.
Yeah.
Great lovely
touch there from Richards.
Just nipped away.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic touch by Puskas.
Yeah.
It was. Come on, Lauren. Don't kick it away and get a stupid yellow.
Yeah, and I was thinking with Semedo on a yellow, do we have any midfield? Is it? I'm guessing it's probably going to be Tetek, isn't it? With Renamoto wasn't on the bench, was he? Because he's out injured, I think.
I think we can change someone else into that position. I don't think we're going to play Tetek coming on if it was this early.
But I'm thinking for the second half, if we needed to, take Semedo off for 20 minutes or so, it's just like thinking the only one I can think of is Tetek. He might be able to come on, but Blackburn coming down at the back.
Blackburn have had the ball around our penalty area a fair amount. It hasn't been constant.
I mean,
I don't remember Raphael having to make a save.
I'm not sure he's touched the ball, in all honesty. No.
We've definitely had the best chance so far. Semedo's shot. It's a shot. It's not really going to go in, though, is it? That, but
the Puskas chance is really the only decent chance so far.
But that is a very, very good chance. It was a brilliant header and it was a great save. You have to give it to the Blackburn keeper there. So he probably almost had a clear chance.
Just a reminder, if you are watching us at home tonight, to share on Facebook or Twitter, get people involved. Always fun to have more people in the chat. Give us some opinion on the game. And don't forget to follow or subscribe to us as well on each of the social medias.
And we are at 21 minutes, 39 seconds right now. So if you want to link it up, pause your TV, iFollow, illegal stream, whatever you're watching us on. Morrison with the ball at the back, playing it over to Liam Moore. Very slow pace. Yeah. Not that we've been slow, just that one moment. Now, I don't think we've been. I think we've had a bit of energy about us. And I think both teams have, haven't they? Don't you think, Alex?
Yeah, I'd say first, 20 minutes, 22 minutes. I think we probably maybe just edged it for the first 20 minutes.
Absolutely wiped out.
He's levered him, hasn't he?
Richards has just absolutely knocked out Nyambi on the floor.
And that's a genuine knockout. That has been twatted in the face like he's gone.
Straight to the side of the face. He was not expecting that either.
To the temple. Oh,
he is up and okay, thankfully. But
Oh,
One
no,
thing I did notice in the replay is Richard, short sleeves and gloves. What's people's opinion on that?
Doesn't Ovie Ajari do the same?
Ovi's got it as well. Yeah, Ovi's got it as well.
Yeah.
Ovie
I'm
Ajari
not
does
a fan
that from
of it,
about
but then-
September. So
Yeah, he's got a bit of the Gareth McCleary's about him, always wearing short sleeve and gloves. Was it? I'm
tell you
sure
what,
McCleary.
he's going to get some colder weather in Bayern Munich. That's a certain. So he needs to get some thicker gloves. It's going to be a little bit nippy in those Bundesliga games, some of them. Although he will have a winter break, so he can get sewing some new mittens or something. Why the fuck did I go there? It's like-
Could have been playing Premier League football next year, but
oh, come on,
Reading.
Lucas.
Oh, come on, Lucas.
Go on,
Push
Lucas.
Gas.
Lay it. Come on.
Come on!
No, it's coming out. It's coming
That's what
out.
we love to
Here we
see.
go.
Yes!
Legacy.
Live for score!
Oh,
Yes!
oh,
Lucas Jow
Oh.
with the setup. Puskas pointing out that it's Jow who gave him the chance. That's the confidence that both those players need, isn't it?
Perfect layoff from Zhao. You like, as most strikers, I think you would see them shoot there, but like to square it off, that's exactly what you want to see him do. Yeah, great layoff. Pushkas pulling him back as well to just create the space there, and a decent finish as well from Pushkas. You know, he's not 2 yards out. He's still 15, 16 yards away.
Let's give some credit there to Omar Richards as well for the pressure, for creating that opportunity. They look like they are open to that Blackburn, but that is a great moment, Matt, isn't it? 1-0 up, Puskas, return, scoring straight away.
what we predicted a Puskas comeback goal, didn't we? I mean, I was a little bit a little bit worried that Zhao was going to take that, but I mean, he does the right thing. Puskas holds onto it perfectly. Composure, lovely finish. It's 1-0 Reading. Come on.
Great, it's a great piece of play from Richards there, just to kind of pressure the Blackburn defender into losing the ball so easily and so high up the field as well.
Yeah. Brilliant play.
Fantastic.
Really impressing. And it's probably been what we've deserved so far. I think I think
we have been a little bit better. Yeah. I think it's. We look the more threatening. Blackburn have had the possession, which I was saying, 5 minutes ago, around the edge of our box, but they haven't
done anything.
A shot. No.
And it does seem to be a trend with teams that play us. You know, we're not a total football possession team, are we? You know, we are more a counter that Semedo cuts out, and more does.
Sorry, Dave. You need to pause your TV.
Done brilliantly there.
Yeah.
Moore's done fantastically there.
You'll take it though, Dave, won't you? You're not that bothered, really. You know, good times are coming. That's always a good moment. It's when you get that.
Actually, blimey! Actually, look at that top half form this season for
terrible
Blackburn.
record. That is terrible record
from 16.
I got to agree.
Blackburn have got some decent players as well.
They do.
It's not like they're a terrible team at all.
And I've always rated Tony Mowbray as a manager. I always think he always goes under the radar, always a bit underrated. But I mean, been there for quite some time. Is it? I know it's very early to be.
Listening to the podcast, the preview podcast.
Puskas should have taken a touch there. That's confidence running through his bones there, isn't it?
He has tried too hard to just hit that first time.
If he scores there, we should stop the stream. Just leave. That's it. It's not going to get any better, is it? He knocks that in top wins.
Dave, if you're finding that we're ahead of you, put us on YouTube. You can pause YouTube.
Yeah.
And subscribe.
That's a good way. Yeah, go to YouTube. Yeah, really confident, Jack. I'm looking forward to you making your debut on a podcast tonight. Hopefully, it will be a positive one. At the moment, it's looking good. When Puskas is trying volleys from about 35 yards out at an angle, you've got things. The lad is feeling pretty confident. Paul's best mate, George. Yeah. I love him. I love it when the players score. This is what I want to see. He's been brilliant so far.
Well,
I can't say anything else but that.
No fan ever wants a player to fail, do they? But it's just every fan has their specific opinions on them. And
Eric's just sticking a great big wooden spoon in there. I know his game. I'm going to start spelling his name with a C. Puskas hat trick. I'd love to see it. I don't know. I'm
Enjoy
assuming
it.
you mean Puskas, not Perkus.
Oh, great header by Yeardom. That's a foul, ref.
Yeah, had to be. Yeah, he's actually, to be
Very
fair,
early.
he's been under some pressure, Yeardom. Obviously starting wise with Holmes and everything. He's done very well tonight. He's actually, I think both fullbacks have been fantastic so far tonight. Which, you know, you've always got the debate over you know, should Holmes play right back. I love Holmes. I think he's brilliant defensively, but I do think Yeardom's the best right back we've got, I have to say.
I mean, Holmes is a centre back playing right back, isn't he? That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Dave's worked out YouTube. You love to see it. Well, I hope this is right, James. A bit of 4-0. That will be lovely, but I'm not going to get in any way that involved in. I'm not going to make that prediction at all. Blackburn do score goals normally.
Oh, look at the running from Puskas.
Firing, isn't he?
He is absolutely.
Someone has absolutely put something in his coffee, haven't they?
Yeah,
What they've done?
give him some special sauce, some Romanian special sauce he's got in him. Has got a lovely move. Oh,
that's
by
bad.
Richard.
That doesn't get found out in the drug testing. I'm all right with that. It's fine. Oh, Richards.
Oh, you got him. Go on.
Oh. Don't do anything rash, Semedo. That okay. Blackburn countering on us.
It's still very open at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a good ball in, but Yeardom heads it kind of away.
It's really good play
lovely
there
from
from
Obi.
I don't want to say until he gets rid of the ball. Yeah, it's good play from Obi.
It's just so calm. It's just so calm, really, when he picked
He always
it up.
is there, isn't he?
Yeah. Ice running through his veins, as Liam Moore would say.
There's chances for us here, though. If we just show a little bit of composure at the right moment.
This is night and day from watching maybe the last 3 weeks or so, isn't it? Absolutely night and day in terms of performance levels. And I appreciate Blackburn are not maybe, you know, playing all that well currently, but yeah, we look much, much better than we have recently.
Do you think Puskas starting is one of the major contributing factors there, because he's probably been the best player on the pitch so far?
Yeah, he's definitely been the best player on the pitch. Yeah, I think he has. I'm just trying to think of other players. Richard's been good. But yeah, you got to give it to Puskas. He scored the goal. He's had a good chance with a header. His hold-up play's been really good. He's trying to score from like ridiculous angles. I think
the energy he's bringing there as well. It's
most convincing 30 minutes I've seen from Puskas in a red and shirt, because he's done everything. Yeah.
We will convert you one day, Paul. We will convert
I hope
you.
so. I want to be 100% converted. I don't have any problem with it. I just need convincing.
No problem with that. That's not a problem. But what we don't want to do is Blackburn controlling the game a lot at the moment. They've had a lot of the football the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, they don't want it to be too similar to Saturday.
Yeah.
No, and we don't want to see a situation we let a team back into it. I mean, at the moment, we're controlling them because they're not having any shots. But they have got the quality to get shots away. They got Armstrong, they got Harvey Elliott. I know Elliott was the person who gave away the goal from, in some ways, by Richards, but he can still do it going forward. I mean,
they can shift the ball so well. It's one thing they've done really well so far, just switching the play, lovely little intricate passes. It's like,
oh dear, that's not good.
That is not what we need. Michael Morrison injured.
Definitely limping around.
And he's looking like
he's coming off.
Yeah, Tom Holmes on for him.
What is it? What has he done? I'm surprised T-Mac isn't coming on.
He's a left-sided centre back, left-footed, isn't he?
Still, yeah, but I'd still have T-Mac in central defence ahead of Holmes at the moment.
First minute he's going to miss this season as well.
He's going to miss a few more as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it probably a hamstring or something?
He looks gutted, doesn't he?
I mean,
he knows something's wrong.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's a hamstring. He's played every minute of this season. He's 32. Like,
was it holding the back of his leg or anything, Alex? I think it looked more like maybe a knee or something.
Maybe it's just. I mean, even if it's just a muscle strain, though, this kind of is one of the things that we haven't seen enough of this season. We just haven't seen enough rotation. for some of these players.
Yeah. It's tricky though, isn't it? Because there is a drop-off of quality, and that's the issue.
100%. Yeah.
So I can understand it, but I can also see if we'd have changed it a bit. I don't know. Like, so that could be a big moment, but Ovia Jari's got a good chance here to drive into the. Oh, he's given.
Oh, that's a shocking
Not
ball.
a good pass.
He's been full of running tonight, Puskas, but he's not going to be getting that one in a million years.
I mean,
maybe.
Usain Bolt wasn't getting that one, was he?
No.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was his family. It didn't look good though. It looked like to me like injuries had before.
Oh, careful there, Laurent.
Blackburn again, shifting out wide to the left-hand side here. And it's just broken down again. Abysmal pass, and it just dribbles out for a goal kick. So, but I almost think it's going to be
the ball here for Rafael, Matt.
Yes,
He's barely touched the ball, hasn't he? I mean, we like that. I don't have any problem with that. As the new Chilean international, Ben Berrington, very Chile name there.
He's not, is he?
Yeah, he's
Chilean international.
No, I don't think he has played for them yet, but he's been officially certified that he can play for them. He must have some relative or something. Yeah, he must have.
That's taking the Michael a bit, is it not? Wow.
That is a blow with both now Morrison and Rinamoto missing. Those are two players you really don't want to be out long term. And you look at them and you think that's going to be at least a month for both of them if it is. Yeah. Morrison's face didn't look to me like that was going to be a short one, Alex, did it?
No. And you're right. If he's out for 2-3, I mean, hopefully it's only 2-3 weeks because, at least we've got the international break coming up after, I think it's another 3 games and then it's the international break. So, I mean, struggle your way through 3 games without him. And then, if you can at least have Holmes come in and if he plays well, fingers crossed it's not going to affect us too much.
Almost think it's quite a big moment for Liam.
Holding it up lovely there. Good pass off. Puskas is having a stormer.
Yeah, I do almost think though it's going to be a big test for Liam Moore here because he's going to have to settle Tom Holmes. He's been so comfortable with Morrison, but he's got a young centre back next to him. We know how good Holmes is or how much potential he has got, but he's going to need to defend the back line. But he's been caught out there, Holmes, and it's a poor pass, poor drag back, but.
One thing that's always make the difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
One thing that's always worried me about Liam Moore, partnering a younger centre back, is he definitely doesn't play the, I guess, the calm, commanding centre back as well as Morrison does.
Yeah, I think that's why they need them both experienced next to them. Morrison did it very well when he had the young one alongside him, I felt, and I don't think Liam Moore does it quite as well. I think you're right, Alex. Yeah.
Can I just say that was an intriguing piece of football there because we lost it on the edge of the box. It goes across the edge of the box. Puskas was out on the left. He ran to the left, and then João was almost just on the halfway line. João didn't move. Puskas almost just bolted past Lucas João. It's almost I don't know. It's I know you've got to take it with Lucas João. He plays with flair and everything, but I don't know what you guys think. He just doesn't quite seem.
Oh, he's not in form, is he? He's not in form.
No, he's not.
I think
maybe that will be made easier.
Gone through the floor as well.
Maybe it makes easier having Puskas up front with him, though. It takes the pressure off him slightly, doesn't it? Oh, Blackburn creating. They're going to get shot away, surely, at some point. Yeah.
Pull the ball in, Reading.
That tackle when it's wide.
See, we look less organised defensively now. And it's just
the back four looks worried. It looks really worried. Holmes has had a couple of mistakes. He dashes out there. He doesn't need to. He stretches the back line there and then misses. He's got to be winning that tackle. He's got to win that tackle. I
guess Terry is right. At least we do have some cover in that area. It's not like we don't have anyone. I mean, if we were to lose say Lucas João before Puskas was back, we'd really had.
We would have. Well, we did, didn't we? We saw it before Christmas when Baldock was playing up front.
Was it?
It was horrible. Fair play, Terry. It must be about 6 a.m. by the way in Australia. So good on you for joining us at this time of the morning.
Terry's always there. Terry is Ren fan ultra. He's there every game. He's got amazing.
Here, watch the sun rise and watch Reading FC.
Yeah. Come on. This is bad. Just push Blackburn back a bit. They got possession, but it's in their own penalty area. I don't have any problem with that at all.
It's good pressing. Good pressing from Reading.
Yeah,
At least Elise was really driving that. Elise bolted forwards. He looked over as well to Zhao, pulled Zhao forward. Zhao pressed. It was very good that. Forced a throw in.
Just desperately need a second goal here because just get nervous. Just get nervous because.
I mean, when are we not going to say we need a second goal?
I don't know, but yeah, you're right. You are right, man. But it's just, I just feel it with Morrison going off and no running away. So it's just, worries me. That's kind of like quite a lot of the spine of the team, not on the pitch, isn't it?
Yeah. No, you look at how good someone like Morrison's being, and if you're a Blackburn, this is what you want to be facing, and they win it and bursting forward now, counter attack. Richards does well coming back, and Liam Moore very good interception. Very well played, plays it well to Puskas as well, who again holds it up very well.
There's a lot of pressure on Liam Moore tonight now, I think. A lot of pressure. Yeah,
even more so now with someone like Holmes next to him. He's got to assert himself. He's got to show that he's the leader that we need him to be. We want him to be. So that's a lovely
pressure on Blackburn when they've got the ball. There's a great chance to play over there. Not through, but a good channel ball, but we didn't see it.
It's just a shame because it was on Elise's right foot, and he was kind of turned away. If it's on his left, you fancy him to pop it through there to over. There's pressure on the keeper.
It's not getting, and I don't think we're exerting huge amount of energy as well.
And we win the ball again high up.
I'm not quite sure what their keeper's doing. He hasn't got a left foot yet. He keeps trying to put it on his left foot, doesn't he? And I'm sure they must be having a field day on the Rovers chat, who are doing a watch along as well tonight. They must be having a field day watching their keeper, because every time he puts it on his foot, he looks like he's about to give it back to us.
It doesn't.
Yeah, he hasn't been great, has he?
You're a Blackburn fan.
No. They seem to lack. I think what that's helping us tonight is the fact that so far they really don't want to take a shot. And I think that's just down to a lack of confidence. If they do get a goal and get it back to 1-1, it could change very, very quickly.
They're almost.
We also look like we could play it. Yeah. Just very central at the moment. Blackburn with the ball on the left-hand side, playing it around in their own half now, which gives us a few moments to kind of reorganise defensively. I think we need to get to half-time, and another goal for us would be perfect there. I feel a lot happier, a lot more content.
Echoed by 15,000 Reading fans, or however many are sat back watching this tonight.
I think on a Tuesday night in March, it would have been about 10. Not very many.
That's about 7,000 there.
And about
you never know.
And about 200 from Blackburn, if we're on Sky.
Having said that, being fifth in the league is a bit different to the last few seasons, Alex. So it's a different kind of incentive, isn't it?
I think Club 1871 and Y2526 Coppell Corner would be in a full voice. So I could have really
one official member standing up for his brethren. First real shot there for
good stop. Pretty standard stop there for Raphael. Pretty standard.
Takes it very well down quickly. That's what you want to see.
Getting the space on the edge of the box consistently. If they just get a better quality of shot away, it's going to cause us a problem.
You're kind of okay with them shooting from distance, generally, I guess. I know
Raphael.
I know he struggles, but I'd rather they shoot from distance than 5-6 yards. So
yeah, no, you're always. I mean, if you're going to have someone shooting from 20-25 yards, you're going to take that all day over 6 yards out. It's yes, he's not the best at stopping it from range, but I mean, yeah, you take a shot from there every day, especially when it's like that. So it's not in the air.
Still owned by the Venkies. Always forget that. I just saw that on the Blackburn shorts, and they've had 60% possession, which I think, that feels about right.
Doesn't feel like they haven't done anything with it, have they? That's their third shot on target.
And it's interesting. We both had 9 touches in the opposition box as well, which again just doesn't feel like it for
at least with a free kick, not far from the halfway line, pings it in. Their goalie takes that.
Wow, their goalkeeper came a long way out for that.
Very far.
Got it right though.
Thinking. Oh, Richard.
Not on the left.
Very good defending though. Very good defending.
As a team, there that was.
Rarity picks it up. Oh, God.
That's handball.
Surely that was handball there by Liam Moore. Surely I thought that was a penalty.
I didn't see it. Wait. Did he chuck his body at it?
Look, what's this?
Yeah, he's spraying his body at it.
That's a handball. It's his arm.
I mean, it's in his body.
Looking back, I don't think that's. Yeah, looking back, I'm not sure it is handball. It's.
I think that's a deceptive angle. I think that because it's away from his arm, but I think it's in line with his body.
Raphael, yes, takes that nicely.
I think it would have been a harsh one. Would have been a harsh one, definitely.
Yeah, I noticed that yesterday, David. That Blackburn are really good at possession. They also win lots of aerial duels as well. Looking up these stats, and they have the most shots as well. I think, which is surprised why they haven't had many shots at all today.
I think you can see it though how they do get so much. That's really
great play.
He is absolutely a man possessed tonight. But no, like going back to the point on Blackburn, I think you can kind of see why, because they shift the ball so well. They fashion chances, and I think Adam Armstrong as well. I think he's had the most chances of any striker in the league as well. So it's not surprising he's so high on those charts because he gets.
He's got 19 goals this season, so he knows how to score. He hasn't scored so much since January, though, has he? I don't think he's been quite. So it's a bit like Zhao, maybe.
He had a very quick start. Armstrong.
Okay, now here's a late chance here to get the ball into the box. You would assume that
got to be a Jaria from there.
You would have thought. You would have thought.
Well, they're going to try and play a clever. They had some good free kicks against Rotherham. There's going to be maybe Elise, I reckon. Swing that in.
2 minutes left. Oh, he's shot. Oh.
Keeper had to be on his toes there. It's a cheeky one, that from Elise. Again, to be fair, the keeper, it was a long way off his line. Elise saw it. He just didn't quite get the.
The good thing about that is the next time we have a free kick, the goalie's going to know that.
Exactly. Yeah, he knows. He knows the eyes are on him. Elise saw it. It's very good thinking from him because, like Alex said on the last one, the keeper came out miles and he was almost on the edge of his 6-yard box, almost the goalkeeper for that free kick. So good thinking from Elise.
G. White Armstrong has only scored 6 this year. It kind of backs it up. His man must be very similar to Lucas Zhao, who made an amazing start to the season and until Christmas. But OV would have great run here. It's a decent cross as well.
It's a shame. It's good play. We win it back again. Laurent out to Richards.
He loves those just twatting the ball there.
Yeah.
Get a bit more composure there. Maybe that's what he'll get when he goes to Bayern, though. He just get that little bit of composure there.
Yeah.
To be honest, Kelvin, I'm not too worried about the possession so far. I think, as much as Blackburn have had the ball, they've really only had 1 shot on target, and even that was from distance. If they want to have 60% of the ball and not do anything with it,
yeah. And we've looked dangerous when going forward, not for the last 15 minutes or so, but we've just had a shot from Elise from a free kick. I didn't really think that was going to go in, but
we're doing so well as well, winning the ball back. We're intercepting tonight, intercepting their play with absolute. I've lost count of how many times we've actually intercepted play. It's been very, very good pressing from us.
So we are just coming up to half time here. Not long at all. It's been a pretty good half for Redden. Obviously winning 1-0. The goal from Puskas. What's your thoughts on it then, Alex?
Decent half of football from us, I think. First 30 minutes especially was very impressive, I think. We looked much better tonight than we have for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Pushkas, very, very good. Really good to see him back in the team and playing so well as well.
What do you make of it then, Matt?
I mean, we live for Scott. We live for Scott. Sorry, any Romanian people that are watching that. It was an awful impression. I'm not going to try it again.
Don't do that,
but
please.
I mean, he's been sensational, hasn't he, Puskas? He's been the talk of the half, really. He looks like a man that's got a point to prove, which is brilliant, you know. Richards and Yiadom been fantastic. Semedo and Laurent have been good. The pressing has been fantastic. Very much a little bit like the Brentford first half that we played against when we were pressing them so well. And I mean, it's just chalk and cheese to you know, the last few games we've played.
Yeah, it's been very, very good from us so far in attacking sense. Puskas has been, I think that's probably the best half of football I've seen from him. I know he scored a hat-trick and Wigan scored those 2 goals against Cardiff very early on, but he's done everything this game. He's held it up, he scored the goal, he had a really good header. I can't see any faults with his game so far. And when you're taking shots from like 30 yards on the angle, he got it wrong. But that's confidence, isn't it? So I'm going to leave you with Alex and Matt, and I'm going off for a piss. So yeah, enjoy.
Matt, late goal for Middlesbrough in the second half has gone against us, I would say.
Oh
nope, they've just got a winner. Just got a winner against Coventry away from home.
Oh, of course they went 1-0, just 1-1. Oh, that's. I mean, it puts even more pressure on. But I mean, we need to. You always need to look at yourself. Yeah,
we'll still be 7 points clear of Middlesbrough, even if, you know, if results stay as they are, we'll still be 7 points clear. But yeah, it's, you know, you just want these teams to fall away, I guess, right? The quicker they fall away, the quicker we can't be caught by them. So.
Yeah. I think you always want it to be as boring as possible for the neutral, don't you? Whenever you're in the race. But yeah, no. But I mean, just keep focused on what we need to do. We've been playing fantastically today. Keep playing like we're doing. Keep the gap and.
100% agree. I think Big Bad Wolf's got the right idea here with these 3 players: Puskas, Richards, and Ajaria. Probably our best 3 players, I think, so far. Puskas and Richards have both been very, very impressive. Ajaria has been okay. I don't think he's been fantastic, but he's certainly not been bad tonight. And you know, the only real negative. And yeah, Eric's got this right as well. Yiadom has played very well as well. Both wing backs have played very well. Very well.
Completely agree with that. And yeah, I think you got to put not Richards, Yiadom up there, because both fullbacks have been fantastic. The link up play going forwards, at least has been quite quiet, but where he's been able to, Richards has Yiadom has been able to link up very well with him. Interceptions as well. Yiadom's been all over it. You know, both fullbacks have, but yeah, it's just been so different to see this pressing that.
It's just been good, right? It's been good.
Yeah, it's been an all-round good performance, complete. Yeah. Which I think that's one of the big things about Puskas is, like, you know, we've seen good, you know, finishing performances. We've seen good, you know, movement performances from him. But everything about Puskas's game tonight has been just complete. You know, it's been very good hold-up, very good link-up play. He's got his goal good in the air, hassling defenders, running his poor little socks off. You know, everything has been very good from his side of things. So I mean, it's kind of been echoed across the pitch, really, I think.
I mean, how much as well is how much have people been like crying out for us to have a player who can come in and replace Zhao as well? Yeah. And if Puskas is able to come in and put in a performance like that and hold the ball up like he has been in the first half, that's exactly what you want to see from a player who's going to potentially have to play up front on his own if Zhao is out. If you've got someone who can play like that, that's exactly what you want.
Absolutely.
Just need him. You just need the consistency. I think that's the main thing that we've been missing, really.
Yeah, and I think it's been the one thing obviously we've been crying out for with Puskas, because, you know, in you know, last season and even at the start of the season, it was getting better. You saw the you know, the foundations of a player that was really improving, adapting to British football. But we've never really seen a performance like this from Puskas that we've been crying out to see, you know, a complete performance, like you say, someone who can come in for Zhao, because we've not got that, you know, and it's why we struggled so much over Christmas. We had that dip because we didn't have, you know, like I said, we were relying on Bulldog up top because Puskas was out injured. You know, now he's back, he's fit, he really looks up for it. And I mean, I still don't want to see Zhao injured or benched or anything. You know, I want to see him on the pitch. I want to see both of them on the pitch going forwards. But it just gives you confidence. It just gives you confidence that, you know, if Zhao isn't firing, you've got Puskas there, and we know he's capable of scoring and turning a game.
In other news this week, Matt, obviously we've just seen that Richards in the last 24 hours or so, 24, 40 hours, seems to be confirmed. Just as we're just seeing Richards pick up the ball there for the goal, it seems to be that he's now definitely on his way to Bayern Munich, as opposed to the last 5 times this news has come out. It seems like it's going to be a big opportunity for him, and I'm sure there's plenty of Reading fans out there who are very disappointed we're not going to get a fee for Richards. But from a personal perspective for him, it's just a fantastic move, isn't it, to be able to move to one of the giants of world football?
Yeah, I mean it's an amazing move, and you can't really. I mean, you'd have to be quite someone to begrudge him of that move. Is it frustrating? Yes, because he's one of our more promising youngsters. Yes, we could have got no, he's not going to be £10 million, but you would have got a nice sum of money for him. Had he have been in contract, he's probably not going to go into a club like Bayern. He's only going there pretty much because he's on a free, and it's a no-brainer for someone like them. But I mean, staying at Reading, potentially playing English football, or take your chance when it's there and go to move to Germany, move to Bayern, change of culture, change of scenery, Champions League football. It's probably likely he'll probably play, at least probably 3 or 4 Champions League games for Bayern, because he'll probably be rotated into, into group stage matches, or even, he'll probably easily get 10, 15 league games for Bayern. So, why wouldn't you if you're him? It's a fantastic move for him. You can only, I think, just wish him good luck. Hopefully he helps us kick on to the end of the season, a good run. Hopefully,
you know what? If we get promoted, that's bad feedback there. If we get promoted, I think most people will quite happily let Richards, see Richards go on a free if it means that we've been promoted this season and he's played a major role in it. I don't think anyone would ever begrudge him of a move after that. And as you say, he's going to be probably second choice left back. I would personally think he's going to be second choice left back at Bayern, only behind Alphonso Davies. And if he gets rotated in for a couple of Champions League games, puts in a few decent performances, then who knows? We might see him back in English football in 4, 5, 6 years potentially. And you can only imagine that he's going to be playing for a team in the top half of the Premier League potentially. Yeah,
and it pretty much guarantees him, a top team pretty much for the next, 5-10 years, because he's got Bayern Munich on his resume. It gets you the moves. It opens doors, and like you say, he'll get the platform. He will easily get a few, if not more, Champions League games when the rotation comes in, league games as well. Like say, put in some good performances, and he's going to put him right in the shop window. It's a no-brainer for him. Is it frustrating for us? Yes, but I mean, hopefully he can invigorate a late season push for us, so all be forgotten.
And I think this kind of leads into the next situation that we've got brewing at the club now, is that obviously McIntyre is out of contract as well later in summer. And it would be a real blow if we were to lose Richards and McIntyre both in the same summer on a free, after them really proving this year that they're both, vital cogs in this squad.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think I'd like to think it's a little bit different with McIntyre being a Reading lad, Reading fan since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. You'd hope he'd want to stay, as he had stick from fans like myself. I'll hold hands up, yes, but I mean, it's his dream to play for Reading. I can only hope, if we're losing someone of the caliber of Richards, we can put what we were putting into him into other players. We'd be able to put that into 2 other players, for maybe a bit longer for Holmes, for McIntyre. Give him, a couple more, possibly three seasons to really develop, really start flourishing as a player, and reevaluate. Because
one thing I would like to hear from anyone out there who is watching: have you ever seen Tom McIntyre at a game in the stands? Somebody out there must have done.
Yes.
I never have, but it would be good to hear from someone who has.
It was Brentford away last year. He was in one of the, what was the pub I was at? I think, was it the Griffin? I think it was the Griffin. He was out. It was outside at the Griffin. What bar was that? Is that Tom? It looked like Tom McIntyre. I thought it was Tom McIntyre, and it was Tom McIntyre. I saw the pictures and stuff on Twitter. But yeah, and then in the terraces, he was in the standing section of the terrace that day. It was our last game at Griffin Park. That was
game we lost 1-0, if I remember correctly,
yes,
as well.
It was 1-0.
Yeah, we didn't have a great day that day, did we?
Wasn't the best. It was one of Bowen's first games as well, I think, from memory. It was one of his early games. But yeah, no, it was 1-0. It wasn't really the best performance. We were holding on well for 0-0. You were thinking, can we hold on? But yeah, no, they pushed through. So yeah, that was the one I can remember. But yeah, if anyone else has been at a game, if there's been any others, I'm sure there's been a few others that Mr. McIntyre's been attending. But that was my one.
Or if you've seen any other players, my only real kind of like I've seen a player story is after Reading against Arsenal in 2005 in the League Cup. Got the train home after that game and sat down on the train back to Reading from London. Who pops into the carriage and sits down in the seats next to us? Bobby Convey, James Harper, and Nicky Shorey and partners.
Not a bad trio.
Yeah, don't quite know how that happened. Don't know quite why they were getting the train home, but yeah, all popped on the train at the same time as us. And as a kind of very excited 15-year-old at the time, that was quite a lot of fun.
It was punishment for losing. Didn't we lose 3-0 that night?
Yeah.
Was it the game at Highbury in the Cup? Yeah, I think it was 3-0, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And but yeah, no, actually, Ali Al Habsi away at Cardiff. That was another one.
No one sits down at the Valley, Dave. I'm sorry, that can't be right. I've been to the Valley. That's that's definitely not true. Sorry.
That's standing room only at the Valley.
Seb Larson played left back. Was that same day, Eric? Seb Larson played left back against Reading. Wow, that's a blast from the past. Seb Larson still playing in English football at the minute. The last I can remember of him was playing for Sunderland.
I was going to say he can't surely. He must be about 73 by now, Larson. Like
Seb Larson is 35 and plays for AIK in the Swedish. No, AIK.
AIK.
Top flight of Swedish football still.
Fair enough. Fair play. Eric on the knowledge there.
Yeah, Eric all over the Swedish football knowledge.
Scandinavian knowledge.
Looking at the full time in some of the other games, then Cardiff with another
4-0
dominating win, 4-0. Bakuna got 2 goals tonight by the looks of it.
What goal was? I mean, whatever goal that was, they scored an absolute.
I think that looks like Will Volks from distance.
That must be a fourth goal. That's
93rd. 93rd minute. That must be one of Rooney's biggest defeats so far, I think, because they've done quite well under Rooney so far. But Cardiff are just
how do you explain this in Cardiff? How do you explain it? I mean, they looked hopeless. They looked down and out, but now they're just.
I think they've been a good team and they've got a lot of good players there already. I am kind of the opinion, and I think I might be in the minority here. I'm kind of the opinion that I think they've had quite a friendly fixture list since McCarthy's come in, personally. I don't think they've played any, stunningly good sides, really. I'm just looking at their run of results. They beat Bristol City, Rotherham, Coventry, Luton, Preston. These are all teams in the bottom half of the league.
To be fair though, I mean it's probably all come at the right time for them because they've played them when their confidence has been down. Mick McCarthy's come in, boosted their confidence. And you got the people at the top of the table, Reading included, now looking at them thinking, "Whoa, it's
you got to be worried, right? Worried. Dave, Glenn Little is non-stop chat all the time, isn't he? Let's be honest. No surprise that he was 3 hours of non-stop chat. Paul, have you got any stories?
I love the train story. Yeah, the train stories I love. I remember in the 80s, the whole Reading team went up to a match with against Wolves, and you could go on the train with them and sit with them and with the chairman and everything. It was this club.
Football special, right?
Yeah. It was amazing. So I was sat there with all the players and the manager and the chairman. It was probably Roger Smee at that point. That was pretty cool. and hearing the stories about how he nearly signed players and all these kind of things, I would have been like 10 or 11. So my mind was bursting. It was pretty exciting. But yeah, second half is about to start here.
Just seeing who have we got taking it at least lining up. What is this one-man kickoff, by the way, which we're seeing more and more and more of in the last couple of years? I know it's
coming in
a rule, but like it seems to be the fashion now, doesn't it? And Elise just about to get us underway for the second half. Doesn't look like there's any substitutions. And referee just counting everybody up. Sweet Caroline going on in the background there, and Elise gets us underway and goes straight back to Elise from the kickoff.
Yeah,
wide and to the goalkeeper.
Yes. I'll be very disappointed, George, as this is a repeat of Saturday. Just purely because I don't think my heart can handle 2 games in a row like that.
Yeah, exactly. I'd take the scoreline, George, 100%. But yeah, I don't think this will be 1-0. I think there will be more goals, and I'm not convinced that we won't concede. I don't want to be the bringer of doom, but I'll be very surprised.
Blackburn are going to come up quick as well. I don't like how quick the ref was there to blow the whistle for the foul there, because I don't think that was a foul, but they've got it on the edge of the box, passing it around quite nicely at the moment. But they've got it out wide now. They get the ball in. It's deflected.
Away.
Out for a throw though, so it's no danger there at the moment. Richard's getting caught out slightly there defensively, allowing the player to get the cross in. But now back on the halfway line, so it's all okay, at ease.
For now.
So yeah, for now, for 1 second. That's it. It's not going to be relaxed.
I really want us just to come out and just play like we did in the first half, because we've not seen too many complete 90-minute performances, have we? Let's be honest. And it'd just be like I said, we don't want a repeat of Saturday, holding on for grim death. Like, yes, that was against Rotherham, really.
I'll take 1-0 though. 100%.
Oh, you take 1-0.
It's like,
a comfortable
I don't think it will be. I think Blackburn
have
got too much in their team, attacking wise and defensively with Morrison. I do think we look a little bit more vulnerable. But let's hope I'm wrong. And we get
one terrible stat I did read before tonight was that we haven't scored away. We haven't scored in the second half for 9 games now.
I know, that is a big worry. Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
That's
a horrible stat. That tells you a lot of things about the team. And I think maybe
what do you think that boils down to?
Off the bench. Yeah,
just options off the bench, and that's what
fatigue as well. I think. Yeah,
fair
and
enough.
maybe we've played a run of better teams at some point as well. So yeah, I'm right for it, Dave.
Let's hear it. Bit of Tony Mowbray trivia. We love a bit of trivia on EPR.
Is that from the Blackburn player on Lauren there? Oh, it's on Lauren. Jesus Christ, Paul. It's Lucas Jow. What is he doing there?
Just close lines,
elbows up there.
Yeah.
Could have gone down holding his face and everything, Jow. So, but keeper again, he likes commanding far out of his box, doesn't he?
Not a great ball in by
from Elise.
No,
yeah.
Never going to trouble goalkeeper if it's like that. So,
going no, you can see about 3 or 4 seconds before he was going nowhere there, Yadam, was he? He didn't have an option.
It was a nice little weaving run, but it didn't really have any thought behind it, did it? So apart from keep the ball and run. Oh, yeah, well,
it's fine. Runs through to Raphael. Moore had that covered as well.
Nice and calm. You always worry sometimes, but when a ball curls in like that.
It's no problem. We just need to make a steady start at the second half. We don't want anything to go out crazy. Just don't want to concede a goal in the first, in any point, but not early on, because then it will be just horrible. Just these midweek games just haunt me. They really do.
It's just a start to life.
Yeah. There's something about midweek games and Reading at home. We just seem to struggle, and I don't know whether it's the preparation or whether it's just I don't know what it is, but we just don't seem to be able to get it over the line in midweek games.
It doesn't matter what manager we have as well. It's happened under so many different managers now.
On the plus side, however, we have gone from every game at the Medeski to only week games at the Medeski worrying on the plus side.
That is
I
true.
don't know. Yeah, I guess so.
It's a corner, surely.
Surely that's a corner.
How is he not given a
Terrible
corner?
refereeing.
That
Is
is
he saying
shocking.
that? I think it hit Ejaria, but I think Ejaria's off the pitch. Let's have a look at the replay. He's off the pitch.
That is shocking.
It's off the
That is
pitch.
shocking refereeing.
Oh,
He's about a yard off the pitch. That
yeah,
is
it did hit Ovi, but
a
not.
state of championship refereeing sometimes.
Oh, that is tentative, Dave. That really is, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, that's.
I'll try and remember that for the pub quiz.
I'll try. I think I've already forgotten that one, Dave. I know you typed that all out, but I think I've already gone past it. It's gone in. It's gone out.
I mean, I respect the knowledge. The knowledge is something to behold, but yeah.
I'm not even sure we can call that one Tony Mowbray trivia, really.
Yeah.
I was going to say it mentions Neil Lennon more than Tony Mowbray, so
Poor. Omar Richards that I throw in around.
got any more Reading-based trivia, Dave? Far it away.
Yeah, emphasis on Reading. Okay, Blackburn with a chance in the penalty area.
Brereton well shut
Okay,
down by Yeardom.
Ooh,
An awkward one for
yes,
Richards.
Raphael couldn't come for it, could he?
It was just too far out, and it wasn't far enough to leave it. It's a difficult one for Richards, but he does well, so just knocks it out for a corner. So
Yeah, they've obviously taken that pretty quickly, and we were already
Ooh,
counter-attacking.
come on, Ovi.
Got to be a
Classic
booking.
yellow
Yes.
card.
come on,
Yellow
ref.
card all day. It's just when he takes a player, isn't it? You just stop it there. I mean, we had two players over there,
Yeah.
so it's you just. I mean, as good old Alan Pardew would say, sorry for the profanity. Very well.
He's looking
done.
for the pass as well, Ovi, but he can't.
He
He
is.
hasn't got time because he's been taken out. He was looking. He wanted to get rid of it there, didn't he?
He did, yeah. No, but it would have been the smart thing to do because we had two players over, so I can't remember quite who they were. But yeah, I mean, if you're a Blackburn player, even if that's Reading going the other way, you just take the yellow card all day there. So
Here's a bit of one for you, Dave. Who scored, or anyone watching, who scored our 3 goals in the 3-3 at Blackburn away at the end of the season, which would have seen us get into Europe, I think, if we'd have got another goal. We picked up 3 points.
that is a cracking question. Was it 3 different goal scorers? That gives too much away.
I think this is unfair because I'm fairly certain Dave's going to get this straight off the top of his head.
Yeah, maybe we should not allow Dave to go in this one. He'll know it, though. Anyone else know it? 3 goals against Blackburn. It would have been in 2007, and the season.
Dave can be the adjudicator of this.
Dave will be able to tell us the attendance, what he had to eat in the day,
Temperature of the day, length of the grass.
the grass. I can't remember the other
Was
two.
Gunnison definitely one of them? Eric's gone for Gunnison for one of them.
I seem to remember Gunnison being one.
What?
Just over the head.
Go on.
Oh,
Just
So got I can't remember if
that's a
Kitson was injured
by Ajaria.
it is a great run. Just it's really hard pass to get to him that way, wasn't it? I can't really. I think Laurent with the pass.
Yeah, it looks like Laurent.
Jean Puskas pressing, win the ball back. Lawrence as well there.
Laurent, even in a different role, still look decent.
Yeah, he's
Not that different, but just slightly.
he's just a machine though, isn't he? I mean, you can play him anywhere in midfield, and I think he's going to run his socks off. He'll run for 100 minutes, let alone 90. And
He's the best kind of 50 minutes or so far that he's had for a few weeks. He hasn't looked quite right. I mean, maybe he's carrying an injury as well, which obviously.
I mean, he's played game after game as well, hasn't he? So it's
Yeah, having said that, how many players on that pitch right now aren't carrying an injury? I reckon all of them are. Yeah, we're in March, so I'll be very surprised if they're not.
I mean, Morrison's evidence of that, isn't it? Sadly, so
I hope that's not a season ender.
breaking now. He took the free kick a little bit quickly. Left side into Armstrong.
Oh, it's going to fall to him. Oh, no, it's not.
Oh,
Very well
played.
done there, Richards.
Good defending by Richards. He's having a better game than we've seen in recent weeks as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Part of my brain's trying to remember those 3 goals against Blackburn, which is quite
Oh,
annoying me.
Eric's coming with a shout.
Oh, it could have been.
Doyle and Hunt as the other 2, which is a possibility.
Oh, that's good
Oh,
defending.
Oh.
Just wide.
Just wide, yeah.
Armstrong's
I think it's
definitely
a corner,
appealing for Armstrong's appealing for a foul there, I think.
I don't know. I think he was appealing for the corner. I think
he's
appealing for the corner.
For a penalty there by Richards.
Yeah, I
but
think
actually Richards gets kicked.
Yeah,
it's the other way
looks
around.
more like it's a foul against Richards than anything.
Yeah, from Brereton. Yeah, the Chilean international.
It's a good block in the end by Holmes though to deflect it just wide. So almost a crucial block. I think that it might have crept in if it wasn't for the touch off Holmes's heel. Full stretch he was to deflect it, but
we're looking shaky again in the second half, and you've not really got going yet.
Big head away though from Liam Moore. That's what you want to see. Really, what you want to see. And all the way back to the goalkeeper. You love to see that from a corner. When it's not.
Did anyone see that in the Norwich game against Wickham? Tim Krul's actually stood on the halfway line at some points. Norwich were dominating so much. It's fantastic.
I was going to say it's how that must be down to how poor Wickham are, but then I remember it's only been a week. It's only been a week since we lost to Wickham, so
we're not ones to talk, are we?
Don't take me there again. Oh,
there we go. Dave with the knowledge comes straight in. Sol, Doyle, and Bryn Gunnison.
What a thunder bastard! Yeah, it was. I remember that. Yes, the one I remember is the one from Bryn Ester. I don't remember the others.
Hats off to Eric. Then he got 2 out of 3. So
yeah, take that.
I guess Doyle would be an educated guess from that season, but
yeah, it's
fair play nonetheless.
It would be an educated one, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. You're not going to go for Greg Murty, are you?
Not really. Actually, I'm trying to think how many other goals he actually scored for us apart from that penalty.
One in the FA Cup, maybe. David again. I can't remember. In my head, I think it's York, but I think that's just because he used to play for them. I don't think it was them. Maybe Lincoln. I don't know. Probably in the second round of the FA Cup when we were in.
Is he still at Rangers now? Is he still? He was academy boss, wasn't he, at Rangers?
Yeah.
And he's still
Blackburn controlling possession here, but they're having a much further up in their own half. So
it's good pressure from us so far. Like just keeping them at a distance, definitely. Not really giving them any space.
No. It's almost pretty much a flat 4-4-2 this half, actually, isn't it, as well? Laurent and Smader in the middle, Ajaria out on the left, Elise out on the right. Pretty flat. We've kept our shape pretty well as well for most of the half. So Ajaria, that's a lovely win there. He does that so well.
Go on, Ovi.
Another. Let it. Oh, it just runs away. He tried so hard to stay on his feet there. Fair play to him.
Yeah, he wants to play that ball through, doesn't he? To a player, he just can't get there, can he? I mean, it's not his fault at all. He's been taken out. He's playing well consistently, if you ask me, Ovi. I think he's picked his form up again. He has,
and today, I mean, what one of the guys said at halftime that one of the viewers said obviously that of the 3 players of the first half, he included Ovi in it. He has been very good, very, very good the last few weeks. He's been, we've been struggling a bit, but he's been getting into the ball, getting into the
set piece from release, but nothing of it. Not a great set piece as well. It's behind.
I'm not a fan of these kind of floated free kicks when we're crossing the ball in. I'm just not really enjoying them. I don't really think they're that dangerous. I'd much prefer to see a whipped free kick to the back post.
You have to get
it used to be a trait of Swift, didn't it? A floated corner or something in from Swift to like the back post, and that was when we were on our dismal run of corners not scoring from them. They just don't seem to threaten at all.
Blackburn attacking on the left hand side, crossing to box, cleared by Tom Holmes. Both teams look like they could score when they're attacking. I think maybe I think I agree with Jack's point here. We are nicking them. The ball off them a lot and them having possession. I feel like you've seen that throughout the game and no more evident than for the goal, is there really?
I feel like we're still going to be able to attack them on the counter as well. They do leave a lot of space. When we're winning the ball, we're winning the ball relatively high up the field from them.
Yeah, no, I'd agree on that. Some nice play, but again, it's probably partly because the Blackburn passing has been quietly. Joe, he's trying a lot of fancy flicks tonight. None of them. Yeah.
Set up the goal though, so we give him that.
He did, but he's trying a lot of fancy flicks. It's just not coming off for him tonight. It's just one of those nights. Brilliant foul one by Watchalong. I don't really know how that is a foul, but we'll take it.
Tom Holmes is doing fine so far. Yeah. Yeah, they are running more, especially down the left-hand, their right-hand side and down by Omar Richards. There's been a little more action for them, hasn't there? But it hasn't been, here's someone who can cross the ball in. That's definitely
that's never a sight you want to see coming onto the pitch, is it, in the Championship? Bradley Dack now coming on for Blackburn.
Yeah.
How's he been since his injury? Because obviously he had that, it was ACL, wasn't it? Or it was one of his cruciates he did. He was out for almost like 12 months, wasn't it?
He scored on his return, didn't he? I don't know if he's had many goals since then. I think he scored a couple.
No, he's only scored one this season.
Right, but he's still a threat. We would know he can score goals.
Know what he can do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is only his fourth game this season.
Really?
He's still not been back. He's not been back from injury. Really, I can see that explains why he's still on the bench. Blackburn, they've missed him a lot though.
Who wouldn't know?
He's a fantastic player at this level, and I mean his injury just came at completely the wrong time for him because if he'd finished off last season playing as well as he started, there's no way he'd still be at Blackburn. Great tackle. It's never a foul by Ajaria.
Never. Ajaria did so well there. It's not a foul. He wins the ball so cleanly.
But I do think a part of that tackle there by Ajaria is because of the two tackles he's just had on him as well. I think he really wanted to get his foot in there.
Yeah, but he wins it well. He wins it well. It's not. Well, for me, it's not a foul. I mean, I might be slightly biased, but
I don't think it is as well. But yeah.
But it was interesting. Just after you saw, obviously, Bradley Dack come on, Sky put up a statistic of most goals by subs in the league, and that was not a statistic I wanted to see Blackburn top of when Bradley Dack was coming on. To be honest, because it's just it's crying out for something that is so.
Well, Blackburn have looked more threatening in this half, I would say.
Yeah, we've not really done
that one is there. They've looked more likely to score.
We've not even really had a chance, have we? In reality, the second half, we've really struggled. Blackburn have got on the ball; they've passed it well.
Yeah,
well
trying to
played.
win a very cheap free kick. There, it's never going to be a free kick. It's made
Well,
in the middle. We've got 3 on 3.
You've
Got to put it across, Pushkas. Oh, that's not
too
a good
slow.
pass.
That was poor there.
It was poor.
It
It was
that quicker, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got to pass that quicker. I mean, it's disappointing that Zhao could have tried to make. I can see the run that Puskas wanted Zhao to make there, but
he's got to give him the ball there.
He's got to give it.
He can make up for it here now. He's got the ball. That's nice. Played it off. Maybe something with Puskas as well is also, this is the first time he's played a competitive match of 60 minutes or so. So fatigue then starts to affect your judgment and decision making, doesn't it, as well? I mean, playing in the under-23s is not the same as playing against Blackburn in the Championship. There is a difference.
Looks like Estevez went on then,
yeah. Who do we reckon? Elise, maybe? I can't see Yeardom coming off. I don't know about. Unless we look to take off a striker and move back to one up top. And
I could see Pushkas. Yeah, I was going to say, I could say Pushkas coming off for Estevez.
Might get a chance,
Big opportunity. Come on.
One. Oh, it just doesn't fit for him. We've won it back though. Elise on the edge of the box. The Pushkas back to Elise.
Just doesn't quite roll for him.
Not quite. Zhao hassling now as well, but Blackburn playing it away.
It feels like we're getting ourselves into those chances. I think that's the second or third time we've managed to get like a 3-on-3 or a 2-on-2. We just need to take advantage of one of them and get a shot away.
Yeah, Blackburn are pushing a lot more men forward as well, so you're going to get those, I think, at this point. How's it pushing?
That's not a foul.
Yeah, it's a silly one though. He doesn't need to make that tackle there, does he?
He doesn't need to dive in. I mean, he's probably not a foul. He just jumps out.
No, he's not touched him. No, he hasn't touched him at all. But he's still.
You don't dive in. Yeah. You don't dive in at all. It's stupid, really, from Holmes. He's going nowhere.
It is a dive. There's no doubt on that. That was a dive. But if you put your foot in there, refs will give it. 75% possession Blackburn have had in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, it is building. There's no doubt on that.
And two free kick takers you really don't want to see over the ball. It's quite far left to the Reading box, but Bradley Dack, Adam Armstrong, you don't want to see with a free kick anywhere, I think. So
here we go then. Free kick to Blackburn. It's a tough one for them. That's wide and over. Wow. And I think that would have even got 3 points with London Irish here. That was not even there.
I mean, probably of the three you had over the ball, well, I guess, was that Stuart Downing?
Yeah, came on as a sub.
Of the two over the ball, you would have, if you're Blackburn, surely you'd rather, Dack or Armstrong taking that right footers as well. Downing with the left foot is just completely wrong position for him, but not complaining in the slightest.
Just as an aside, how much does everybody miss the that sound when a free kick gets put over by the opposition?
It's that and the goal kick, you know what, when Everett got
goal. I remember that Elm Park as well. You're so short.
Come on, that's not a foul. That is not a foul, ref. That is dreadful.
They are so vulnerable to being caught out, Blackburn, with that, though, aren't they?
The keeper is. I know Reading fans. We talk about having a player who's playing in goal with a bit of skill with his feet, but their keeper is really, really poor with his feet. He's been caught out at least 3 times now.
Yeah, but I mean, they've been must be 46 by the ref.
46. Well, Elliot, that then makes him older than me, and I'll take that. Sadly, I don't think he is. He must be about 36, 37, mustn't he? He must be.
That's a shove in the back, ref. You are not seeing anything. That this is everything is going back the way
the ref is definitely missing some cheap free kicks here.
Don't give away a cheap free kick though, Redden. Come on.
Well, every cheap free kick's going Blackburn's way at the moment. Nothing is going.
Oh, careful.
They're into the box. Oh, Raphael.
That punch was not convincing in the slightest.
Go on, push, guys.
Go on, George.
No, he's not going to get that, is he? No.
He's just it out, yeah.
Keeper taking a throw in.
That's ours, yeah. Yeah,
it is ours. That's a yellow card.
Running away with the ball there. He's got away with that, Raphael, like that punch. I mean, what was that? That
is a horrendous piece of goalkeeping.
Is it a punch or has he got to catch it?
I
don't know. I think he's gone to catch it. I think he's kind of caught in 2 minds, isn't he? He doesn't know whether he's trying to catch it or punch it, and he just kind of gets caught out doing both, but neither at the same time.
Tommy Maldini coming on, as you would expect. Is he our first substitute? And it is. I'm not surprised to see Lucas João going off in some ways because he hasn't had a good game, and maybe he's just knackered as well. He's played so many games.
It's like you say, when you've been pretty much, he's been the centre of attention for Reading for the vast part of the season. Even when he's been injured, every bit of focus has been when's he coming back, and played pretty much every minute since he has come back. It's nice that we can take him off.
I agree. Giving him 20 minutes, half an hour, just to basically just as a rest and rotation. Like I think it's got to be a good thing to do that. Especially with a player who's struggling slightly, right? One thing I'm a bit disappointed about, Tommy Maldini, where's the hairband gone? He's got rid of it. He's gone for he's gone for like a top knot situation. I'm not a fan. No, Dave, I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Mackenbauer. Like,
no,
it's Tommy Maldini.
No,
McIntyre
left-footed wizard, right?
Did he?
Left-footed wizard.
Yeah.
Come on,
that's lovely from Richards. Lovely from Richards. Still going. It's to Lees, out to Ocean.
He should let it go. Oh,
he got too involved there. He did too much on the run and thought he could bit off a bit too much.
Only talking about
really.
McIntyre midfield on the podcast last week, I think, at the weekend. And again,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of it.
I'm not a fan of it as well. No, I don't like it. No.
I'd much rather almost us go to a blooming 5 at the back and have T-Mac at the back. I know.
I'd rather see Texas.
That's a great tackle there from Elise, though. Winning it again on the halfway line. Lovely there. Brilliant play from Elise.
Great spin. One thing I do think that bringing a defensive player on for an attacking player, I think often it's seen as a defensive move and it's kind of negative. But we've seen those stats from Blackburn.
Come on.
It's a slightly better pass, and he was in there, wasn't he?
That close to getting on the end of it.
He did so well as well. It was a lovely back heel that
that's a foul. That's a stupid foul to give away.
Yeah.
One pressure.
Yeah, one thing to get kind of like notice, I think, about this defensive move is it should give us more of the ball. If anything, and I think that is one thing that those stats that we saw, 75% possession for Blackburn. If you're gonna bring on a defensive player and control the ball a little bit more, then I think you take a little bit extra of the ball in terms of just being able to control the game.
Well, less Blackburn have the ball, less likely they are to score. So just by that sheer logic.
The Yapstam philosophy, that is. You have the ball, they don't score.
It's pretty tough to argue it, though, isn't it? I mean,
it's very tough to argue.
The logic is flawless, isn't it? Yeah. It's how about how you go about that as well, though. There's 2 ways of doing it. There's a Yapstam way, and then there's the kind of more attacking Klopp Pep style, which is, we'll have more possession, but we'll also have it in your half. I know it's all relative. They've got amazing players, but Stam's still
very wasteful pass from Blackburn there, all the way through to Raphael.
Mowbray is looking stressed, and I can understand that. I'm feeling pretty stressed as well, Tony, and we're winning. So it's kind of
silly pass there from Moore. Blackburn have it on the edge of our box out wide, and it's another poor piece of play, and it's out for a goal kick.
You've gone early with that, Alex.
I'm just talking so far. 70 minutes in.
Because you put it up with 20 minutes to go doesn't make the game go quicker. The clock isn't ticking any faster.
You'd have to say Puskas.
I'm trying to just speed the game up a bit, right?
I think you have to give it to Puskas, don't you? So far, I mean, but we're 72 minutes in. Anything can happen at the moment.
I'm in one of those moods where, frankly, if we get full time now and we get another 3 points, then I don't really mind if the game ends after 70 minutes.
How is that not a foul on Puskas though? The defender has 2 arms around Puskas there.
Yeah, the rest is
probably backing into him as well, though, isn't he? So it's a bit both.
Yeah,
the rest not really. He's not really giving much when the ball's in the air.
Everything seems to be going against us.
I think in terms of they're not putting the ball up in the air though. So it feels like a lot more is going against us, I think, because all of our tackles have been kind of on the ground and we've had to put a foot in to win the ball back.
True. That's a lovely tackle.
That's what you call a heavy touch from Semedo out for a corner.
It was a nice tackle.
That was an unnecessary corner as well.
Yeah, well, Richards wins it back quite well. I mean, I think Semedo's expecting a tackle there, and he goes in full blast. If that's a couple of yards to the left, that's a bit of a worrying and could have been quite an embarrassing own goal, really, because that was travelling at pace. So I
think Raphael would have had it if it would have been an own goal. But,
you'd hope.
Here we comes a corner though, and got a little bit lucky. It's a crap corner, but it just
never concede from corners.
No. I only say that against certain teams, and I was definitely not saying that against Middlesbrough, because any team that's managed by Colin, you do not rule out their set pieces.
And it's 1-0, Alex. Come on. Don't say that at 1-0.
I don't know if we are playing for 1-0. I think if we'd have just had a little bit more composure on the final ball, we would have had couple of opportunities to have a one-on-one here for Puskas or Zhao or Ejaria. It's just, I'm not sure we're seeing that completely, but yeah, we're not going dumb.
It just feels like the final pass has just been ever so slightly off tonight.
And Blackburn have been better in the second half.
Oh yeah, they have, and it's not to say we've played badly by any means. Chance of Blackburn on the left here to put the ball in.
Good tackle.
Well away.
Very good tackle. Oh, that's handball.
Yeah,
Hey, we've got a free kick at last. Well
this
done,
is a good question from Elliot. What one player? I'm assuming you mean right now, Elliot. What one player would you take from another Championship team into Reading starting 11 currently?
Buendia, hands down. I don't think there's any. Well, for me, I don't think there's much. Oh well, possibly Tony, just because the goals he scores. But I mean, the creativity of Buendia is, I think, second to none in the league.
So the question then is though, Matt, if you bring in Buendia, you have to then drop some. That's out of
Surely went out
Out of the box.
Yeah, but he's
Give it out of the box.
that's given it. Definitely outside of his area there.
That's got to be a card though for the ref. That's got to be
out there.
Should be a yellow card.
I remember that used to be a sending off. I know they changed it, but
I mean it's just a long punt up really from Raphael, isn't it?
It's
definitely out of his area. Miles out of his area.
Yeah,
he is, but is the ball there? I'm not sure.
I have honestly, I don't know what the rule is on whether he drags the ball out of the area. How does that work?
Doesn't matter anyway.
It's the ball. I think the shot from behind the goal is quite deceptive. I think. I think the second shot made it did look like it was close to being outside. On first glance, it looked miles out.
I mean, they changed that one down a few years ago. Remember one that was Sheffield United?
Yeah,
Paddy Kenny.
Paddy Kenny getting sent off because he's blocked it with his arm from about.
He didn't send him off,
half a yard away.
No,
I thought he did get sent off.
I don't think he did. Here we go then. Free kick here, transfer.
So it's a good opportunity for us.
Whip it in. Come on.
Get it towards the goal, and then anything can happen. Attack it.
Yeah.
Push gets on the back stick.
Go for that far.
No.
So you're going to go for near post or far post? I'd go far post there.
I think you've got to go far post.
Yeah.
Got to go far
post. Get it across. Just
far
give it a chance. Do not hit that first man here.
Pusky to tap it in at the far post.
Anyone.
Come on.
Terrible free kick.
Straight at the keeper.
Terrible free kick. Keeper doesn't even really need to move, and they have a break on Yedom.
Brilliant play by Yedom. Brilliant. And he keeps the ball very cleanly there as well.
Yeah. Very calm from Yedom. Pressing. Raphael.
Raphael, that kick was woeful.
I don't even know what that was.
When he makes a mistake or something dodgy, it really affects him. And I think that flap at a cross about 10 minutes ago, that was a cheap free kick to give away there.
Lawrence giving away a lot of cheap free kicks as well. A lot of cheap free kicks. I'm surprised he's not actually been booked yet. I don't want to jinx it, but
I think Ovi's been good tonight. I think he's been good in the last few weeks, to be honest. Rich, I mean, maybe he hasn't lived up to all of the kind of like massive hype around him from last season, but then other players have stepped up. I do think that the thing about Ajari, I think last year we were all looking at him and we were thinking, right, he's got a lot of potential here. He needs to improve his end result, his assists and goals, which hasn't quite happened this year. You know, everyone was comparing him to, Eze, and then the way he got obviously his second season with QPR, he added everything, the assist, the goals, which hasn't quite. Here we go then, Blackburn. Free kick, headed clear by more to the edge of the area. Still got a chance here, Blackburn, though. A big chance. He got a massive overload. Had about 4 players on one there at one moment. I don't know how they didn't get a better header than that.
He's got to do better than the Blackburn player. Yeah. I think he looks like he's been wiped out, to be honest, by, is it Semedo? Or Pushkas?
Not really. It's just hustling.
He's coming. It's not a penalty or anything, but he's coming. Oh no, he's tried to drag Semedo down. Okay, no, just ignore.
But that is good play from Semedo, just getting there in time.
Yeah, he's good hassling from both Semedo and Puskás. It's good play, very good play, good defensive play.
No problem, Rich. We all have different opinions on the players, don't we? None of us are right. All about fans having their thoughts, isn't it? What we all agree on, though, is that we want to see a Reading FC win, and 10 minutes to go. I am still nervous. And yet again, we haven't scored a goal in the second half so far. So if we don't score another one tonight, that will
It's
be
a weird
10
stat. It's a really weird stat. That I think the fact that obviously 10. It was this will be the 10th game.
This will be number 10.
Hopefully we end that run. That's what we want to say. That's fair on the positive. And we are winning. Like, let's not be too negative about the situation. We are winning 1-0. Blackburn, for all their prep, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to shut up now. Just sense it.
Raphael, just hold it.
Raphael, scaring me now. We've stopped scoring goals a bit at the moment. That is undeniable. Yeah, that is. Oh, he's got away with that. He really has.
If you're gonna palm it away. You don't palm it into the box, and it's another one from range. Like,
yeah, they are getting closer and closer now, Blackburn. We've just got to get some kind of action down their end of the pitch, but we're not looking close to it. Puskas is really isolated now.
Yeah, it's just dropping. Elise is getting frustrated as well. The pressing stops. It's almost like we've moved into sit back and shut up shop kind of mode now, isn't it?
It's preservation mode now, isn't it? And the problem is Blackburn do have the players to get something here. And if you look at the whole match now, would it be unfair if they were to get a goal? No,
I don't think Blackburn really deserve a draw yet. They haven't really created anything particularly of brilliant note, I don't think.
That header they had was a good chance though a minute ago.
It was a decent half chance, I guess. But is it any better than Puskas's chance in the second minute?
No, that's true.
I think one thing you'll certainly say, they've certainly won the second half though. I mean, they had to. It's another good ball in. You don't with it. Pumped it away.
We are playing so deep now, aren't we?
Yeah. Elise is the only one running as well. Seemingly, Puskasi looks a little bit tired. I think Elise, he's getting frustrated that no one else is pressing as well. Which, I mean, he's almost jumping around in frustration. Bless him. But yeah, he's just asking where's the rest of pushing. Puskas is pressing a little bit, but I mean, do you risk pressing at the moment? It's 82. That's a silly foul from Richard.
Play on those, so
got to defend it. Okay, nice.
Comes back out.
Another good ball going to come into the box here.
They're getting a lot of freedom out wide, aren't they? A lot of balls coming into the box.
That's going to go out for a throw. Yeah. No, it's not. He's got to it.
Well kept in.
That's sandpit corner. There's a sandpit over in that left-hand corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no grass there. Blackburn are pushing and pushing, but they still haven't had a great chance to score. A lot of possession. In the second half, they must be having, 70% possession at least.
It's got to be close. Yeah. Got to be close.
Yeah, maybe we do need some subs. The problem is, if you look at our sub spend, Jack, it's not much quality there, is there? Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, maybe you bring on. I mean, I'm going to say it. Why you bring on Bulldog maybe for Puskas now? Because Puskas looks shot, doesn't he?
Actually, we've made 3 separate subs though, haven't we? Because we made Holmes in the first half, Estevez, and then we can't actually make another one, can we?
I don't think we can, no. So yeah, Puskas is going to do a 90.
That's a foul. That's a foul, ref.
Surely.
Oh my God, he took his time. He was trying his best not to give a foul there. He does so well there.
66% possession to Blackburn there. Yeah, it feels like that.
Especially in the second half, it's been very.
Oh, here comes Estevez. I'll get another one on though with him though, surely.
No, I thought Estevez.
He's been waiting there for ages. The ball, we just haven't made the substitution. Yeah, I thought he came on about 5 minutes.
I thought he came on.
He didn't actually come on earlier. I think he was lined up, and then Paunovic must have changed his mind because McIntyre ended up coming on instead.
I was going to say I thought he came on before McIntyre, so it must have switched him. I was probably Elise coming off. You would have thought for Estevez go out right wing.
Yeah,
Elise coming off. Yeah. So which I guess it gives us a bit more defensive solidity. But I mean, Elise has run his socks off tonight. I think it's been one of his better games tonight. Elise, his pressing's been brilliant tonight. So you can't fault his effort.
There, Jack. Good knowledge there. So Omar Richards with a free kick on the left-hand side in our own half. He's just going to lump this forward.
I really would have preferred us to see us not just lump that forwards.
It's fine though. Oviajari's got the ball.
We've kept the ball though. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Come on, Ovi.
Go back
in his own game.
Oh, and he just gets well won.
One of free
kicks. The way he wins free kicks is just
no help there at all, did he?
It's unbelievable. His footwork is just.
It is a free kick as well.
Oh, yeah. He just gets hacked down. I mean, I think it's Dolan that brought him down in the end for Blackburn, but he does that so often.
And here would be so. My nerves would relax down massively.
I was a little worried there for a minute as well, because you only had, I think it was Puskas and Tomato in the box. Now you've got more Holmes and T-Mac all have come up as well. But I thought it was going to be one of those corners into one attacker for a minute.
Here we go then. Set piece here for Oviajari. That is a bad ball in. Just didn't quite get there before him.
Oh, what was?
Puskas was never getting that. He ran for it, but he didn't have a chance, did he?
He ran for it. It was a weird ball through from Estevez. It was like a standing overhead lob kick. It was. I
like that. Oviajari had quicker feet than Michael Jackson.
See him moonwalk into the box in a minute.
Yeah, I hope so. With the ball, that would be something.
With the ball and wins a penalty. Puskas to put it away.
Just scores. Penalties. Red.
Don't want to risk it.
Don't want to risk it. So we're now into the 86th minute, just about crossing into it. Oh, any goals now are going to be absolutely huge, I would say. Bradley Dack with the ball on the edge of the area. Blackburn playing it around, but not going anywhere quite at the moment. But
this is nice goal. That's
lovely well from Dolan.
No, that's a shot with the outside of the boot. That was a really difficult skill there.
He's the young kid they got, wasn't it, at the start of the season on a free, Dolan, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think.
Big sigh of relief because it does very well to go through the middle of Richards and Ajaria there. But had he managed to score with the outside of his foot there, that would have been an incredible finish.
And as sickening as it is, if a player scores an absolutely outstanding goal against you, sometimes you just have to say...
There you go, 71% possession for Blackburn in the second half.
2 touches in the opposition
feels right
for us. 9 for Blackburn.
They've only had 9. So,
I mean, yeah, many, it's still a lot more than 2.
Yeah.
So... we've got to be careful at home.
He's giving a free kick.
Yeah.
Fine refereeing. Absolutely magnificent refereeing there, I feel.
Well, he was hassling on his back too much, Armstrong. He just needed to be a bit calmer there. Whenever you get close to someone there, they're always going to try and back into you and win a free kick. Holmes does it brilliantly. So
Raphael just checking the balls round. Tom Holmes just checking every single blade of grass that's around it, pulling his subs up. Jimmy Kebe looks on and smiles.
Have a quick little change of kicker.
Big fan of the Twitter response we've had to Reading playing so deep that they're in Costco car park with someone's reply. Someone's reply is Liam Moore is bringing back ice buns. Ice buns are a treat if you win, guys.
Oh, come on,
that's a corner.
That's a corner.
Oh, great, that is not good. Yeah.
I'd love to see him celebrating there as well. Love it. Love to see that celebration for a corner.
He's been a man,
and he should be celebrating because that is massive for the team. Yeah.
I think at this point, Matt, every time we get 3 points, it's a big 3 points, isn't it? Now
it doesn't matter how it happens as well, does it? No.
Are you keep it in the corner? I'm not sure I'll bring Estevez over to keep it in the corner. To be honest, surely you want a T-Mac or a Holmes over there to keep it in the corner.
Estevez has got good feet though.
He's got good feet, yeah.
Good feet for a little man.
Oh, Ovi gets it nicely there. Win a throw or free kick.
Win a corner.
Come on, Ovi. Go on, Ovi. Go on. Oh, what was?
He's tried to lay it. He's tried to lay it back, hasn't he?
Get a throw.
Yeah, it's a throw into us there. So worked out nicely, Estevez there in the corner. What's your thoughts on that afterwards, Matt?
Don't listen to me. It's why I'm not manager of Reading FC or on set play.
This is me earlier saying Morrison's having his best season ever and then gives the ball away outside the
And then
penalty
gets
area.
injured.
It could just kill you.
Come on, just run the seconds down. That's
Ovi's having a
Come on,
storm here
Ovi.
and just killing the
on,
game.
Ovi, that's right.
Gave it away there, but he's killed a good 90 seconds with the little bits of skill he's done.
89, 20 seconds. It's ticking down. It's very slowly ticking down. But to be fair, added time, there can't be that much because there's not really been any stoppages, has there?
You've got to imagine it'll be 3 or 4 minutes. Can't be 5, surely.
Nothing more. I mean, I think 4 is going to be a bit.
Yeah, no
I
injuries.
think 1 would be perfect. I've got to say, just blow up, ref.
Paunovic looks disgusted at the prospect of there being any minutes of injury time. Yeah, no
It'll
goals,
be at least 4, isn't it?
no injuries. But I think there's been 5 or 6 subs in the second half. You've got to think it'll probably be at least 3, if not 4.
I
I think three, possibly 4. I'd say 3 probably because I'm biased, but
Common wisdom. Wow, there's one for the kids, that one. Yeah.
ball up, Raphael.
Great play, Raphael.
Onto your knees, do the Fabian Barthez, hold on to it. Like
Fabian
10
Barthez.
seconds.
That's a great reference there. Exactly what
It was-
Fabian Barthez.
he-
I can
he
see him
was-
doing it.
He was brilliant at it though, was it? He would always, every single time, tuck it in and just hold it for about 10 seconds. He just
Hanneman loved that move as well.
Oh, he
so
loved
are
it.
we going to do this, Ren fans? If you're in the chat watching this, let us know. Just a yes or a no. Are we going to get 3 points in? Now, only 3.5 minutes gone. There's 4 minutes of injury time.
Should have been 3.
I reckon, yeah. I think, Dan, it's all got to be Puskas for man of the match. We all agreed on that?
Yeah,
he's been a man possessed tonight. Great goal as well. So if we can just hang on, come on.
Not done. Yes, thinking we're going to do it. Come on.
Just
Blackburn
concentration, head on.
Just a bit of pressure, Reading. Don't let them get any kind of easy ball in. Oh, Moore's gone down there.
He's all right.
Wide. Oh,
Moore would have been incessant, I think, if they'd scored there. Armstrong and him just got tangled up outside the box.
Let's have a look at this watch. Yeah, he takes him out.
He pushes him down.
I
can't blame the referee because it's not in his viewpoint at all.
No.
But Moore would have been.
The lino's got to see it.
The Moore would have been fuming if they scored there.
The linesman's got to see it. I mean, Moore does try and pull Armstrong down when he pushes him down, but I mean, he's bloody pushing him down with 2 arms.
This is just stressful, Matt. I'm sorry. This is stressful. I mean, there's just over 2 minutes to go. And as much as I love football and Reading, it's at this moment I really hate them. It's kind of, there's just no enjoyment unless we get those 3 points.
Mm.
As we said at the beginning of the match here, we didn't want a 1-0 like we had on Saturday, and we're getting it, aren't we, at the moment?
Yeah.
Haven't had that heart attack moment yet, though.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, you had to say it.
Oh, Alex.
Go on, T-Mac.
Yeah, I'm not sure that T-Mac. I think
he should have just passed it into Puskas. He had a clear pass to Puskas. He could have
open play for that.
But this is torture.
Come on, we got possession yesterday.
Oh, it's just
Play it back, guys. Play it back to Raphael. Just let him waste 20 seconds.
Don't just give it back to Blackburn. Don't give away a free kick here, Richard.
That's great.
Go on, Ovi.
Yeah.
No more.
Come on.
Back with Blackburn, though. Surely.
Come on. Whack it. No.
Clear it.
Great moment there from Semedo. That was a big tackle there, wasn't it?
Oh, 45 seconds left, Royals fans. Come on.
Not long at all now. 40 seconds or so to go.
This is the longest 4 minutes, I swear.
We're going to cross it into the area.
Oh, no.
Oh,
he's missed his kick.
He's
missed his kick.
We love that from Dak, an air kick.
Oh, my word.
That was almost that sickening moment there, wasn't it, when it fell to him?
And it's a miscontrol as well from him, but it's a hard chance to be fair. Moore's doing well covering him.
Paul, you almost jinxed me there in the last 10 seconds of the game.
Oh, that's got to be it.
Sorry. I'm
That's
sorry,
got to be
James,
the
but I
game.
am panicking a bit. Yeah.
This is so true, by the way. It would be so Reading if we were to concede there.
But we're over the
Come on,
4
ref.
minutes of added time.
This is it, ref. Where's full time?
Raphael has wasted about 35, 40 seconds here already on the goal kick. Just blow the
This is
whistle.
brilliant goalkeeping from Raphael. Fantastic.
Best thing he's done all game.
Referee.
There we
Come
go.
on, full time.
Come on. 3 points there. Fantastic victories for us. And Puskas was absolutely fucked at the end there. He's knackered, obviously.
He has run himself into the ground, Puskás there.
And he's I think Sky's given him man of the match, rightly so. I think he's got a bit of a tendency of Homer debuts, doesn't he? It's his debut back at home after a torrid injury spell. So he gets
that's a stretch, Matt, that one. That is a stretch.
I mean, he won it on his I'm just saying. I'm in love with the guy. What can I say?
It's a huge role. Referee booking him. He's sending the keeper off, isn't he?
That would be amazing.
Card.
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what the keeper's got to complain about. Is he complaining about the foul outside the area or the handball outside the area? That's a great 3 points, though.
Huge one.
What
a moment, though, the goal, though. Harvey Elliott being caught out in possession just outside the Blackburn area by Omar Richards. Joe taking the ball. Nice pass to Puskas, but that was the big moment of match. We're now going to go over to the post-match reaction, which will be live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching us tonight and joining us on our watch along. We'll be back